My name is Olivia Wanowski, and this is Sydney Owen. We analyzed Time Capsule Found on the Dead Planet by Margaret Atwood.
Concept of a setting. The setting is the timing, place, and context of the story. It lays out the background and the atmosphere.
A dystopian story or society is one that depicts a world that is bad, frightening, or deeply flawed, often as a result of human mistakes or social problems. It's the opposite of a utopia, which is an ideal or perfect world.
Margaret Atwood's poem Time Capsule Found on the Dead Planet explores a future in which humanity's greed and disregard for the environment have destroyed the Earth. After reading the poem, it is clear that it depicts a dystopian world rather than a utopia, because it shows a lifeless planet and warns of the consequences of human selfishness and environmental destruction.
So there are
Three key points?
there are three key plot points for this story. She puts them into paragraph form. So the second paragraph is the second age, and that's when she describes the creation of money, which essentially replaced our gods. And then key plot 2 is the third paragraph with the third age, and that's when money became our god and it started to rule the world and cause environmental destruction and death due to greed. For the fourth paragraph, that's the fourth age. That's when she describes the creation/formation of deserts, and those symbolize cities and destroyed habitats. And this is also when people began to normalize the destruction and industrialization of Earth, leading to ultimate demise.
There are three setting elements that make it dystopian. Our first element, our deserts were of several kinds, but they had one thing in common: nothing grew there. This quote describes an environment where life and food sources were unable to grow, but also society which has become hopeless due to greed. Our second element is deserts were tidy, but there were no weeds in them, nothing that crawled, indeed. The author writes this sarcastically, mocking society's yearning for an environment that had nothing wrong with it, when in reality, the deserts were empty because of society's ignorance to climate change.
The last quote is, "You who have come here from some distant world to this dry lakeshore and to this cylinder of brass in which on the last day of all our recorded days I place our final words. Pray for us who once too thought we could fly." The final lines of this short story reveal that this is a letter to be put into a time capsule for a futuristic being to find and learn about the now extinct human race's ultimate demise. It adds to the setting by revealing that humans are extinct in this dystopia and the lakes are dried up due to our industrialization habits.
Next, we have two characterization quotes. "We made these deserts from the desire for more money and from despair at the lack of it." The second quote is, "The entire piece is written in a remorseful and warning tone and towards any future inhabitants." That's not a quote. Anyway, this shows the narrator being conscious of society's faults and writing about it in almost an regretful way. This is the narrator reacting to the setting of a destroyed world by wanting to prevent any possible succeeding generations from making the same mistakes. Her reaction to the end of humanity displays her somber yet sarcastic character.
Okay. Let's see. So the thesis is the setting of the barren Earth after human extinction creates a dystopia in which the narrator reacts to with a grave and warning tone, showing her solemn character.
This is a dystopian parody because The Time Capsule Found on the Dead Planet by Margaret Atwood is written in a dystopian setting which parodies our current society's problem of climate change.
Okay. So our reflection question, and this is a picture of Miss Margaret Atwood herself. How does the dystopian setting from Time Capsule Found on the Dead Planet contrast with a utopian setting? Thank you.
Yay!